Hi, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Gotch, and I want to say thank you for coming on in for our virtual Parents Night. I'm your students' driver's ed instructor for the classroom portion. Just wanted to let you guys meet me a little bit and then kind of go through the class so you guys have an idea of what your student is seeing. So, a little bit about myself. I've been working here at Kira Grove for 17 years, been doing math, driver's ed, and I also coach golf. So you guys can see my little golf logo there, and been loving it. And we've had so many great kids throughout the years, and this year is no different. Even with the e-learning and remote learning, these guys are doing a great job asking questions, getting their work done. And the other nice thing is they can always come in for help if they're not. So one of the things I wanted you guys to see as we're going through Driver's Ed Classroom is this is our learning management system called Canvas, and this is new for a lot of students and a lot of teachers. We're kind of working through this as we go. As we scroll down, that's the textbook that you guys should have for the classroom. And we have our Zoom link. So again, we're Zooming at 8 o'clock every morning, Mondays and Mondays and Wednesdays, and then also Mondays and Fridays, there's another group. So it depends on what section they're in and what time. But please remind them to be here on time and be alive, alert, enthusiastic at 8 o'clock in the morning. Today is 9/9, so that's where we look at week 5, and you can kind of see what we did today with our Wednesday group. We had no school on Monday. And on Wednesday, we went through a few of the videos. Today, we talked about airbags, and we also talked about the ABS anti-lock braking system and kind of showed the kids, they've heard of ABS, but what does ABS really do? So walked them through the video, and that kind of helps them visualize on, the difference between slamming on the brakes and having that ABS working versus slamming on the brakes and locking up the brakes, and they could see the differences. Their homework is usually what we call a workbook. Back in the day, we would give them actual physical workbook and they'd work through those. Well, now with e-learning, we've converted all those to what's called Google Forms, and they just basically answer all the questions online. After each chapter, we have a quiz, and then after 4 chapters, then we have the big test. We call that a Unit 1 test or a Unit 2 test based on those 4 chapters. I want to share with you guys the syllabus real quick. Again, my free hours are 3rd, 5th, and 7th, so those are on Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'm also available during after 8th hour. We have those live student support meetings. Again, after 8th hour, I'm always available for these guys. And again, I've been doing this for 17 years, and this is like any other year, but I will tell you that these guys are doing a nice job trying to stay on top of their stuff. Asking questions and going from there. The breakdown of the class, we do 20, 70, and 10 for formative, summative, and the final. Formative is the workbooks, okay, that's on Google Forms, and the quizzes for each chapter. And then the summative is the unit tests or quests. Again, that's after every 4 chapters, we do a Unit 1 test on chapters 1 through 4, 5 through 8, and so on, okay? I talked about my extra help periods, again, 3rd, 5th, 7th, in those, we call them the live student support meetings. After 8th hour, they can come in and get those questions answered. Absent students, again, we're trying to limit how many absent students we have because we have to get the 30 clock hours. So we're trying to prevent these guys from missing out on the live time, the live Zoom time that we have. So they need to get those 30 clock hours. And some of that clock hours is the asynchronous time. So that's something that they need to be staying on top of their homeworks. And if they're missing their homeworks, then I don't know that they're getting those 30 hours in. So they need to be completing their homework, completing their quizzes, and we got to get that live interaction on Zoom. We have started behind the wheel. We're going to do that 6 weeks at a time. So drivers will drive for 6 weeks, and then we're going to get new drivers in. So if your student has not started driving, make sure they've answered the availability email that Mrs. Sofford has sent out, and be prepared to come during school and drive, have them drive with instructors. I am not one of the instructors. It's Mrs. Meyer, Mr. Garris, or Mr. Furlong are the instructors, and I believe we're doing it after school as well. So that's something that we need to make sure they're coming in and getting that time. So again, thanks, ladies and gentlemen, for coming in. I really appreciate you taking the time and watching the video. If you guys have any questions, please email me at cgotsch, G-O-T-S-C-H, at d155.org. And you guys should be getting weekly to bi-weekly progress reports from me. And that way we're all communicating and staying on top and making sure your student is getting and staying on top of their work. And let me know if you have questions. Have a great night. Thanks again.